And there are a lot of stars in life that might catch. Really love to talk to people about a positive stage. And my answer to the question, how do you become a celebrity? I take out the word celebrity and put performer there. They have all types of unions that can support you. When you do your own independent thing, you get what you deserve and you have lucrative offers and you have people that are working for you. And when the door shut, you're looking at mannerism. You want to know how to keep a relationship as a performer. And that's when you look at God and all of the things that you have been through, just like those Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts. And you realize that you have a badge. And when you get this badge, you know that you have something. And then when you look at your soldiers, you're not playing meat chop. You're playing the mouse game called the Nutcracker. And then Christmas comes. And they have beautiful reds, beautiful purples, beautiful whites, and you go with it. And you realize that God gave you everything you need with the picture forward. And people can take their own pictures. When you, beforehand, if you ever get to that, when you get sponsored, you're a lucrative offer, but you don't have to take the offers. You can just take the money. And then when you have vendors, you have the right food. You have the right non alcoholic drink. You can't even sell eggnog in public now. They have stopped milk companies from being enslaved because then it's peppermint eggnog, then it's green sage eggnog, and then it's seasoned eggnog. So when you come from an epidemic, you realize that it's not a forbearant force or anything else like that. When you can look at your life and you say no, no means no. And then when you go on and do your own independent work, people are building off of you because they can. And then when you get your help, that person could take anything from you. That's why I went and got my education. I went off tab, not to say you have to do this, because this disclosure is not to permit you into anything, prevent from being a cause. I'm not telling you to do these things. I'm saying what I went through and what my measurement went through. When you don't cause yourself to be right, you're not elevating anything about focusing on the midland. See, when you can get off your cost and you realize that it costs to be the boss, everybody got 33 years, no matter what you say. Some have had nervous breakdowns. I wouldn't be upset that Britney Spears was on being produced by some Shakors who got let go after the 33rd year and she had a nervous breakdown. So I don't want to be involved in it no more. But one thing I would say is somebody was there for 33 years on my measurement. And I said to conceive a notion is here and I have to take some modeling instincts like I do. When you can cost yourself to be the boss, you realize that people have intention to be a deriver in you. I got 50,000 hits on my page. I got pages with 1,000 hits on my page. I am talking to 113 people. I have 400 videos on my toe. I let people create themselves and I break down. I build them up on the way they should go. And I pat them on their back and say, hey, listen, you did a good job. And I'm going to leave it at that because every woman needs a man. And every Thai needs a Russian vacation, U.S. Embassy. Don't even have that on a map. And when you came back, I said, I want this to be over. And it's not lucrative and it's a start. But you finally made yourself that. And you got to go on with your life because the extreme notion says that if I can't do that, you can't either. And I'm praying for you, my sister, that wants this emotion. Why is it fair for her to exchange out of a church, including a pastor? Unisex. What is the real reason why she is broken the streets against the pastor wife? Because of adultment. Why I don't have nothing? Because he didn't give you anything. You have to accept that over and over and over. But it is history that Shakur come from a financial district right before Franklin. And see, Franklin is the first person to reach New York to teach him the way you should go. And I thank God for those two classes I had and I passed my test. If you don't know why you are here, I'm sorry. You're being sneaky. And the further I'm going to take it, when you look at your heart and believe in yourself, you have everything you need. With a broken back or not, and God said it wasn't the fact that you were petitioning, but I got the last credit card payment on $747,000 house and continue to go on with your game. And I own this system. And that's the furthest I'm going to take it with all the things I believe. When you get your answers from church talk, I know you're going to believe in my sedations. Protect me in my honor to sing carols during Christmas. I know you're going to enjoy the show. I'm new to this because I want to be able to prevail on my annulment. I thank you for giving me your presence. And every day is not the same day, but one day you will see your glory and it will be mass. And I thank you for giving me reaching out to a total of 1,000 or something that I feel like I look ugly on. And I'm on postpartum for the rest of my life. Thank you for the Human Society Center. And thank you for those picketers for giving me a right to sign a petition to have my children at the abortion clinic. So when you see that there is astonishing people, they all have passed in college, they went on to be doctors, and last year they passed from COVID. People is getting their COVID healing, and you see people in public going through it, and you know that it's going to be all right. That's why you broke them down. That's the real reason why you built them back up. That's the real reason why you patted them on their back and say, "Hey, sister, thank you for getting your COVID shot in Louisiana. Well, thank you so much for shutting it down. And remember, my name is Pastor Shirley Knox."